Drop my pee. I was just about to write a post and I thought, oh gosh, that seems quite a lot to write. So I thought I'd just come live instead. So I wanted to it's about success, like, and how we view it. Because I was just thinking this morning, I was just like tuning in, doing a bit of tapping and looking at life and looking at all my lovely goals that I set and thinking, wow, they're right. Some of them are really big, badass, hairy goals, right? And a lot of people deem success as to when you've got to your goals, right? But what we tend to forget is that we're on this epic journey, right? And actually, when you look at how far you've come, you're already incredibly successful. And I feel like a magical unicorn of success. When I look at how far I have come, wow, I'm already hugely successful. And what is important to know is that wherever you are, if you're on this journey and you've got goals and you're on your way, you're already massively successful. And deeming success purely by goals that have been reached, you miss all the things you didn't set goals for along the way, especially if you set really big ones, really big, massive, awesome, impossibly crazy, improbable goals, which are really important to set. They're like dreaming and like big old dreams. But when you set them and you're on your way to them, and if you haven't got intermediate goals to sort of, feed your soul on the way, you can totally not see how far you've come. And looking this morning, and it was like in my I do tapping rather than sort of meditation and quietness. I meditate when I'm doing my arm exercises in bed. I can't do crunches anymore because my baby's popped out of pelvis, so I can't do like sit-ups and stuff. I lie down and like use these arm weights in bed and get super, because I've got really strong arms and actually strong under the boob muscles, because too much information, but I quite like braless, and it's really important to have really strong chest muscles as a woman. Just note to self. Coming from an expert, coming from a Pilates trained person, so I do lots of arm exercises in bed and boob exercises. Anyway, I digress. And it's when if you kind of look back to when your journey started. I mean, I look back when your journey starts from when you're born, really, and actually how much closer to soul you are. Because it's all very interesting talking about success, but we can all deem success in a very, very different way. And there's lots of different versions of success. And when you start recognizing success, so success is even when you notice a behavior in yourself that you don't like, or you notice a trait that you think, oh, don't think I'm sure. Like I used to be very, very reactive, and still am sometimes. But that used to kind of be quite like over the top. So when you actually start shifting through that and not being that, you think, wow, that's amazing. I've worked on so many traumatic events that now I'm not this reactive person that I used to be. That's a success. When you have these wins, when there's things you want to create in your life that you then create, that are on the way to the big, big, scary, hairy, crazy ass ones, it's just so important to acknowledge them. And so I just wanted to ask you to remind yourself, really, of the celebration of the success you've already created. Whether or not you've hit all those goals, whether or not you've hit any of them, being on the way to them and working towards them is in itself a success. And actually, maybe acknowledge where you actually are, because do you know the amount of my clients who really don't actually acknowledge the successful place they've even got to. Don't celebrate where they currently are, and how much they have been able to shift their own selves, their own timelines, how much sort of work they've done in their energy, their field of energy, to heal all the energies, to enable them to change patterns, to change futures, to change outcomes and things like that. It's incredible. So today, celebrate how far you've come. And I would love it if you could just write how successful you are. You can do it publicly, or you can do it yourself, or however, but say, God, I am a success. I am such an amazing success, and you will all have overcome massive challenges that you didn't need to have overcome. Yes, you might have also had crazy ass, horrible, hard times, but you would have overcome some amazingly tough things that other people might go, wow, that's amazing. So your story is important. Your success is already being had. Yes, you can have more success, but you are currently in this moment a hugely successful person. So I would invite you to celebrate that. Have a lovely day. It looks gorgeous out there.